I'm sure that by now you guys already saw the big update, right? Ripple is now partnering up with BBVA. This is around Ripple custody. We have to talk about this. We have to address it because, again, there is some crazy things that are now happening in this space that I think almost everyone should be paying attention to, especially if you hold XRP. I mean, listen, for years we've been talking about it. Oh, Ripple is building out the new financial system. Oh, XRP is becoming a piece of the new financial system. X, Y, and Z, right? We've been talking about this for so long. And now we are starting to see updates from Ripple regarding banking partnerships almost on the regular now. This is clear confirmation that things are being built. Things are expanding. Ripple is making more and more connections than ever before. And again, I think that this is so important to focus on because if you are not focused on this and if you are missing the point here, you are missing the target. Now, let's talk about this because I did say another day and another banking partnership locked in for Ripple. The puzzle pieces are falling into place. And yes, XRP is 100% a part of the big picture. Now, we're going to get into this partnership here in a second. But I want to go over a few additional partnerships that were announced over the last 12 months. Number one, right off the rip, BNY, right? Ripple has selected BNY Global as the primary reserves custodian for RLUSD, an enterprise-grade stablecoin built for real-world utility, supported by one of the largest and most trusted financial services companies in the world. $50 trillion in assets, managing it, moving it, and keeping it safe. One of the biggest players out there in TradFi. And their pinned post is the announcement of RLUSD. I mean, this is crazy. Now, it's not just that announcement. Let's go back to February of this year. Deca Bank. You probably forgot about this, right? It's, 7 months old now, so I understand. But Deca Bank is rolling out crypto trading and custody services for institutions built on Ripple custody. A clear sign of growing demand for institutional-grade crypto custody solutions. I mean, Deca Bank is a giant. Might not seem like it, but guess what? They have, in terms of assets under management, almost 400 billion euros as of 2024. A major player in Germany. And on top of that, we also have DZ Bank, another big bank joining Ripple because of Ripple custody. Customer Spotlight, DZ Bank launched a secure custody solution for tokenized bonds and crypto assets with Ripple custody. They're simplifying digital asset management and driving efficiency. Again, when we think about DZ Bank, it's not just DZ Bank because they are a part of a financial network and central bank for the approximately 700 cooperative banks in Germany. That's right. This is the central institution of the Volksbanken, Raiffeisenbanken Cooperative Financial Network, and the central bank for the approximately 700 cooperative banks in Germany. A massive player that is now tapped in with, of course, Ripple custody. And now we have the BBVA announcement. Ripple custody and BBVA, we're expanding our partnership with BBVA, bringing our institutional grade digital asset custody technology to Spain. They are responding to growing customer demand for crypto assets, with Ripple providing a secure and compliant custody solution. Do you guys remember what Monica Long said earlier this year? If you don't, let me refresh your memory. Here we have the video, got posted by Zafe Crypto. This was back in March, okay? This is right around the same exact time that we saw both the announcements of DZ Bank, Deca Bank, and beyond these, there was a few other announcements around banks, really looking at crypto companies and tapping into crypto-based payments. We have here, boom, Monica Long says, Bank of America CEO says we're all in XRP. It feels like the floodgates are going to open. Check this out.
It feels like the floodgates are going to open this year, doesn't it? I mean, so within the past week, a couple weeks, so SAB 121 being called back or rolled back. And I mean, within it felt like minutes, you know, you hear from CEOs like Bank of America saying we're all in. And you know, these are institutions that I mean, Bank of America was one of our early partners when we were doing kind of like the messaging software only payment solution. So we've worked with these types of banks for a long time, and the lack of clarity, and I mean, I think in the more recent time, even hostility toward, hey, like, you know, using these assets and this technology is not okay. It's dangerous, which is not the best way to handle it, as we would say. But looking forward, I would say, yes, it seems like there's going to be a sea change this year. Um, and even I could say post November, the election, the US election result, even just the conversations, ongoing conversations we've had with banks around being reserve bank or transaction banking partners for the stablecoin or for our payments business, like the tone and message changed overnight. Like it was quick.
The signaling.
And yeah, listen, this is something that we have been noticing with Ripple as well this entire year. It does feel like the floodgates are opening. And not only that, you know, the announcement of the SEC lawsuit basically coming to a close, that was the biggest confirmation that we are about to witness some very significant updates. And right around that time, we got the BNY news. We recently got some big updates from Ripple with Thunes and a few other ones around like major acquisitions. And now we have yet another banking partnership through Ripple Custody, which is so significant to pay attention to. Now, we did hear from BBVA. They said, excited to take our collaboration with Ripple to the next level. This expansion allows us to leverage proven and trusted technology that meets the highest security and operational standards so BBVA can directly provide an end-to-end custody service to its customers. Again, a proven and trusted technology. That is the most important thing to focus on here from this announcement, because this is a bank, a major bank saying, guess what? This is proven. This is trusted technology. This goes a long way for every other bank that is looking into this, reading this announcement and saying, it's proven, it's trusted. Let's look into this. Maybe this could be something that we can utilize, especially now where stablecoins and digital-based payments are becoming the big deal. Crypto is pretty much everywhere at this point. I don't think that this is going to be the last banking partnership of 2025 that we see from Ripple. I'm just telling you guys that now. We also heard from the managing director at Ripple, Casey Craddock. We have our new partnership with BBVA is another clear signal that the world's largest banks are embracing digital assets, spurred by, you know, regulatory clarity from frameworks like the EU's MiCA regulation. Very excited to be providing our institutional grade custody technology to support BBVA's retail crypto offering in Spain. And yeah, I mean, guys, this is a very, very big update. We also have over here from Monica Long as well. Financial institutions want to offer crypto trading to their customers. This is precisely the type of service that we can help them deliver with Ripple Custody. Excited for this next chapter of our partnership with BBVA in Spain. So again, it's just an incredible overall view here from not only the institutional side, right? Like we're not even just looking at this from an institutional side. We're also looking at it from a customer perspective, because BBVA is not just some small time bank as well. I mean, guys, they have currently, from the end of 2024, 772 billion euros in assets. On top of that, they have 77.2 million customers. I mean, this is the 42nd largest bank going back to 2018. Today, we don't know how big they are compared to the other banks, but you know, this is a giant bank. And we now have a major announcement of BBVA working with Ripple. If we're looking into the announcement, here we have Ripple expands footprint into Spain through the new agreement with BBVA. Now, just going over a few things. I want to open Ripple Custody up in a new tab real quick, because if we're thinking about Ripple Custody, why I said that XRP is a significant piece of this puzzle. Up at the top here, you can see the product overview, right? You go to tokenization, and XRP is spotlighted here. Tokenized assets on the XRP ledger. This is through financial use cases with, stablecoins or anything that you want to tap into around tokenization. This is why I keep saying that these banking partnerships through Ripple custody are going to lead to the exposure of XRP and the XRPL into these tech stacks with these big banks. Now, we have here that the move supports BBVA's recent announcement of its new crypto asset trading and custody service for Bitcoin and Ether, which it has made available to retail customers in Spain. Through the agreement, they will leverage Ripple Custody, Ripple's institutional-grade digital asset self-custody technology, to deliver a scalable and secure custody service for tokenized assets, including crypto assets. And there you have the confirmation that, yes, XRP and the XRPL will be tapped in. Now that the EU's markets in crypto assets regulation is established across Europe, the region's banks are emboldened to launch the digital asset offerings that their customers are asking for. BBVA has long been one of the region's most innovative banks, and we're proud to support its ambitions with the most secure and compliant digital asset technology on the market. Ripple's custody technology enables financial institutions like BBVA to confidently respond to customer demand for access to crypto and other digital assets while meeting strict security, operational, and regulatory requirements. BBVA has long demonstrated strong leadership in digitization and innovation, and the launch of our digital assets offerings in Spain follows earlier offerings in Switzerland and Turkey. Ripple's custody solution allows us to leverage proven and trusted technology that meets the highest security and operational standards, allowing BBVA to directly provide an end-to-end custody service to its customers. Through this agreement, we can deliver on our goal of supporting our customers to explore digital assets backed by the strength and security of a bank like BBVA. This is very exciting. And also, by the way, Ripple provides custody technology to Garanti BBVA in Turkey and also BBVA in Switzerland. Thanks to its simple, secure, compliant digital asset infrastructure, Ripple is well positioned to provide the core services that financial institutions need to store, exchange, and move digital assets. Ripple has over a decade of experience in the digital asset space and holds 60 plus regulatory licenses and registrations in various jurisdictions around the world. Guys, I want you to realize that banks are starting to flood into the Ripple and XRP ecosystem. Banks want to go all in on crypto, and what better way to do that just thing than going through Ripple to have an all-in-one platform around custody, around a stablecoin that's extremely liquid, and then you also have a built-in tokenization engine around the XRP ledger, with even XRP being that settlement currency. Again, if we're thinking about this, institutional players, banks going all in on crypto, are going to tap into solutions like what Ripple has to offer. And yes, XRP is 100% a part of this, because if we're thinking about tokenization, even the announcement here, when we look at the announcement, right, the main focus here is all based around tokenized assets. If we're thinking about that, these big banks are going to be using XRP and the XRPL. And then I go back to my post from January 15th of this year. I said people seem to overlook the partnerships that Medico had prior to Ripple acquiring them. Standard Chartered, BBVA, Societe Generale, Swissquote, Union Bank of the Philippines, Fifth Third Bank. Again, BNY Mellon. Some of these banks already have an announcement with Ripple this year. Citigroup, UBS, BNP Paribas, JP Morgan. Oh, there you have DZ Bank, VP Bank. Also, then we look at the partnerships that Ripple has with major banks for multiple solutions. PNC, HSBC, Santander, Standard Chartered, SBI Holdings, Fubon Bank, BMO, Cross River Bank, Worry Bank, Yes Bank, Bank of America, Axis Bank, Societe Generale as well. There are probably hundreds or even thousands of partnerships that we don't even know about due to NDAs. It's clear at this point that Ripple is becoming a monster in the banking financial space. All paths will lead to XRP, in my opinion, as well as even with ROUSD, considering there is many other stablecoins too, with XRP being a perfect bridge. So yeah, when we think about what's happening here, guys, it's very, very clear that Ripple is being tapped in a big way around the banking system. I think that almost everything that we've talked about over the last couple years is now starting to become a reality. And it's just so exciting to see this because, again, we have been visionaries this entire time talking about this. Yes, you could say that we were speculating on it. But guess what? We no longer need to speculate because just this year alone, we've witnessed, I think, like 4 or 5 different banking partnerships with Ripple that I could at least remember off the top of my head. It could very well be more. But guys, this is just the beginning. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because of more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord on the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.